Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Capes and Lunatics. Hey, we got 4 already. Well, 5 if you count that episode 0. I am Phil. With me today is Charlie Esser,
the Professor,
live from New Jersey, and Mistress of Mayhem, Lilith Hellfire, straight from Florida.
Yo.
Woo.
And Tyler will jump in if he's able. He's having technical issues. I think he's on the phone with his service provider right now.
Hopefully it's not Charter.
Jeez. All right. Well, we're here to discuss, well, many things, but I guess our big topic is the Gotham season 3 finale. You can hear more on this on the final episode of Before the Bat, but we're here with some people who don't watch the show every week, who just binged it last night.
Yes.
Or this morning.
But you know what? What I'm going to tell you, this episode reminded me of everything I love about Gotham, which is just the insanity of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was an insane episode. You know, there's things I like and things I don't like about Gotham, but overall, because I'm not married to the characters or the history, I do enjoy the insanity level of it. And I love the idea that my favorite line in this is at the very end when they're talking about the cure for the touch virus that's been gone out. Spoilers. And they say, and it's 90% effective.
That's how you explain all the crazies and
exactly, man.
Gotham, yeah.
And I've always said there are a lot, which if it's 90% effective, it makes you wonder if that means that 10% of the people are still infected or that the people are still 10% infected. Everyone's just a little bit off now in Gotham.
Well, Gotham, everybody's always been off, so.
Well, yeah, that's how you explain that's how you explain all the crazies, or the lunatics, if you will.
Yes, although what I will say is I love the fact that through it all, Bullock is the one guy who does not really get infected. And it just, to me, that makes perfect sense that the reason why Bullock in the future is so disgruntled and mad is because he's like the only sane man in Gotham.
He didn't get to have fun.
No, but it's like, he's a man in fetish gear jumping around punching criminals. Why are we putting a light to him on top of the police headquarters? It's like he's like the one guy who realizes how crazy it is to say, "We'll just have the Batman handle it." It is insane and it is crazy, and Bullock is the only one who can see it because he's the only one that wasn't driven mad.
Well, plus they need him to be the punching bag this episode too. I mean, getting thrown in the trains and.
Wait, isn't he the punching bag every episode?
But I mean, really, this episode he was. And I mean, everyone saw it, right? I mean, you could tell they didn't know if they were getting a season 4 when they made this episode. They threw everything at this. Yeah. I mean, well, almost everything.
Everything except for the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I know. David Mazouz, what are you doing for young Bruce Wayne?
And they're going to use it for next season.
Yes, yeah. But we actually even did at the end of this, or was that a preview for next? No, it was the very end of this. We got our first Batman. So
Ski Mask Vigilante.
Yeah, man. It's did he have a cape too?
I think he had a trench coat, maybe.
Yeah, well, he was. Yeah, it was definitely. It's like Spider-Man wearing his like the little Tobey Maguire. Yeah, his little Halloween costume, Spider-Man. Not Tobey Maguire, the new kid. I forget his name.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland,
yeah.
But here in Gotham, they had the rich man's homemade outfit.
Yes, it's all designer.
Expensive trench coats. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't know why he's always wearing those turtlenecks. That kind of bugs me. But
he's secretly Barry Allen's cousin. That's why. They dress quite similar. It's a little odd for me.
Well, maybe they have a similar dresser or costume designer, or maybe it's the same company.
It has to be very cold in Gotham because I mean they always have fires going in that fireplace 24/7. So I mean,
it is always dark and gray in Gotham.
Exactly. When the sun never shines, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, so this is true.
Alfred dresses him. Just leave the boy alone.
Alfred, don't die. How would I dress myself?
Yeah, but Ra's al Ghul gets rejected.
Arrow did it first. I'm not saying they did it better, but they did it first.
Well, technically, Batman Comics did it first.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true.
I'm just like I said. I'm still waiting for Queen show Arrow. So
He's waiting for Damian Queen. Well, waiting for her to say, "You shut your mouth."
Yes.
Well, to me, that's the thing. You introduce that to when you're making Arrow the Batman pastiche, and then you put him in the situation with the whole Ra's al Ghul and the Talia al Ghul, and it's gonna get it writes itself, and it just follows that they're gonna.
Man, Alfred really does have a thing for sisters. That is one odd fetish. Anyway, can I just say that as much as I love Ben McKenzie, James Gordon, like I give the character of Felicity Smoke on Arrow so much crap for being such a Mary Sue, but he is the biggest Gary Stu I have seen in at least 15 years.
Did you
I'm
point
so
of phrase?
over James Gordon. I'm so over him.
Gary Sue, did you?
Gary Stu. It's
Gary
the
Stu.
male equivalent of
Yeah,
Mary
but
Sue.
I mean, is he really a Gary Sue though? Because I mean,
He can
he's been on
overcome anything. They forgive him for anything.
That's true. That's true. But I
It
mean,
is plot armor because it's based around him. But
I mean, he's not like a goody-goody. I mean, he was on trial for killing Theo Gallivan, and
he's still here. He's not in jail. I'm just saying they forgive him for everything.
Well, to be fair, Gotham's legal system seems to be very, very slapdash. Because not the least of which just the fact that all the prisoners go to Arkham.
Well, that's it. That's what I was going to say. That's the thing. Gotham's so bad. I mean, he breaks all these rules, and he's still probably the most honest cop in the city. That's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I'm just over James Gordon. Can we focus on somebody else now?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna focus.
What about Lee? We assumed she was leaving town, but was she just making another trip to Hot Topic?
Straight out of black nail polish, yeah.
And the mascara and the black clothes, yeah.
So like she's going to a My Chemical Romance concert, actually.
What? How do you know she turned evil? The black clothes and the mascara and the hair. This hair was all straightened and stuff.
Yes.
I like Lee, but I'm very disappointed with the trajectory of the character arc.
Oh, she just seemed like whiny this season and just like, you killed my fiance. Well, yeah, he was infected with a virus. He was like 2 seconds away from stabbing you.
Yeah. Well, now is that how she got infected, or?
No, she infected herself. She injected herself. She I don't know. She got after she got all obsessed with, oh, why does everyone let Jim Gordon get away with everything?
Oh, so what you were doing.
Yeah, and she was exactly, and she was getting and she was hearing all about this virus, and she just injected herself. She wanted to bring out her dark side.
Like
a good idea. That's very self-destructive. I'm just going to say.
Let's not forget that.
And then all season,
comic book medical professional.
And then
let's be clear, she's a medical professional in comic book.
And then she was all mad at Jim all season, but she wanted to be with him if he injected himself with the virus. It's just like,
yeah, but that's because she was crazy, and once people go crazy, they go crazy.
Well, I guess our running gag now. What was in that virus? Hydrogen gas.
Yes. Hydrogen. It's this mythical element they created for the DC universe that can do anything now. Apparently, common element in the universe.
Man, them junkies are getting high on the street on that hydrogen. Got to send more patrols out.
Yes. Yeah, so that's see, we talked about this so much before we started recording. I don't know what we've already talked. Can I say I really liked the fact that both Nigma and Penguin drug along by their or dragged along women to actually go and take over the city because all they wanted to do is just get their revenge over their lover's spat. And yes.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's been brewing all season, and then that came to somewhat of a close. And yeah, we're getting the Iceberg Lounge, Penguin's club.
Oh,
yeah, they promised so much stuff at the end of this episode. I'm just wondering, if are they gonna cash it all in, next season? It's like, are we gonna get Bruce in a costume? Are we gonna get, the Iceberg Lounge gonna be the big underworld hangout? Are they gonna thaw out Eddie? They kind of have to.
Yeah. Eventually they will. But hey, if nothing else, it explains why there's going to that. What here's the one thing you can say for that. It explains why the Riddler isn't like 90 years old in the comics, or isn't like 90 years old when he actually goes up against Batman.
He got the Captain America treatment. Okay.
Locked in the ice, because Penguin, we can let him be a little old. We can let him be an old guy because he's not necessarily a guy who's supposed to be matching. Well, of course, I don't really know if the Riddler really matches wits with Batman either, or matches wits, but I don't think he fights Batman physically that much. Yeah, so, but still, it at least gives you an out for one character to not be 90 when Batman finally starts fighting people. Although now I guess we're gonna have Batman, next season, and we're gonna have something with Bruce and the Bat, and that'll be cool. He still hasn't said criminals are a cowardly and superstitious lot, and that bugs me still.
It's coming. And he's got the outfit that says it.
Well, he can't say it until that bat comes crashing through the window, and he says, "Yes, I shall become a bat."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the lines in that scene. Yeah.
Yes.
They drug this Court of Owls thing out like a lot, though. By the way, I was just like, we're still talking about Court of Owls. Damn.
Well, they've been there for hundreds of years, and then they wrapped them up at the end, all neat and tidy by the end of the season.
I mean, it started last season though, so it's just like. Ugh.
Well, they kind of mentioned them, but I mean, we didn't see a lot. It was mostly this season, but.
Yes. So, well, and now next season it's League of Shadows. So, Court of Owls, now League of Shadows. New big bad criminal organization. Because I haven't seen a lot, so I don't know exactly what has been dealt with. Like, apparently, kills someone who killed his parents, or he was told someone who killed his parents he killed, or something?
Well, no, the sensei who was working for Ra's al Ghul kind of supposedly the Court of Owls was behind the Wayne killing, so while Bruce was standing there, he had the court killed. They even decapitated Catherine and stuff.
Okay. So they decapitated Catherine. Oh, okay, and that.
Yeah,
so I'm understanding.
So Bruce didn't do it by his own hand, but he was like there, all brainwashed while they did it.
Yes.
Poor Lucius Fox, by the way.
What?
Poor Lucius Fox. He's criminally underused. It's a shame. He's just an errand boy. Talk about an errand boy. Jeez.
Well, I guess he's kind of unofficially filling in that role that Enigma had as like the GCPD scientist.
Yeah.
Another CSI that refuses to do their job. Barry.
Well, and again, it's a comic book universe. Here's what I'm gonna say: when criminals are leaving riddles, CSI's job is a lot easier. It's a lot less to do. Everyone has like their. Well, it was obviously this guy. Although that is one of the things I love about our ending with Penguin Enigma. Honestly, I have said for a long time that I think this show would have been better if it was just Bullock and Gordon as young cops, and they didn't get into all this craziness. I on the crazy end, I would rather just see the story of Penguin and the Riddler playing off each other in Gotham, building their empires. That said, I do feel that I love the fact that Penguin outsmarted the Riddler expressly because you you're an obsessive compulsive. You know, I know that you're going to bring me here. I knew exactly what you were going to do because it's pretty obvious. You don't have to be smarter than you to beat you because you always do the same things.
Well, yeah, I said that on before the bat. I said, he mentioned, has this compulsion. He has to finish everything. So he's basically like, dude, I'm always going to defeat you. You're like the Sheldon Cooper of this universe.
Yes, exactly. You know, it's
you can't sit there.
Penguin.
He's sitting in that. He's frozen in that big chunk of ice. This is my spot. You're not sitting in my spot.
Yes. It's in the Universal. Okay. Yeah. But you know what? I liked it. It made me want to go back and watch all the episodes on my DVR because I still haven't watched everything that came before this. Like I said, it reminded me why I liked Gotham. You know, I like that it's a show that I can enjoy for its craziness, and it certainly brought the crazy.
Oh, it proved to me that it's a show best binged. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch 6 episodes at a time.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's a binge-worthy show, but like I can't watch it on a week-to-week basis because it disappears for months at a time.
Yeah, like 3 months.
Like, oh, that's back on. I'm on to something else now on Mondays.
Yeah, that's not weird.
Days, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Thursdays when it comes back.
Is it? So when's Lucifer on then?
It's still gonna be on Monday, but it's moving to 8 o'clock. That's what I thought was a weird move.
That's an odd choice.
Yeah, the show about the devil. It's gonna be on at 8 o'clock. Yeah, because they're doing Lucifer at 8.
The good devil.
Yeah, but I mean, you're still dealing with like hell and stuff. I mean, yeah, that's the weird thing. Like Mondays now is gonna be Lucifer at 8 and The Gifted at 9. I thought it would have been the other way around.
Wait a minute. Is Gotham on Thursday at 8 or 9?
Yeah, 8. Gotham's gonna be Thursday at 8, and then Arrow's gonna be Thursday at 9.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is it supposed to be in the X universe, or is it outside the X universe?
I think it's supposed to be in the Fox universe, but they're really gonna keep the mentions, like they're gonna keep it loose. But I think technically it's supposed to be in that Fox universe.
Yeah, well, I'm very interested to find out if the Strucker twins are actually supposed to be they're a Nazi experiment. I do think, honestly, I do think that the Nazi experiment aspect of it is going to be like that's the reveal at the end of the first season, is that they're the result of Nazi trying to breed superheroes, and it finally worked with the Strucker twins, who have superpowers when they're touching, which is gross because they're twins. Although I guess Mies and Manos do that too, and Mas and yeah, the two Spanish kids on Teen Titans who run around. I don't know if they're in the comic books, but
say that 3
but they're in the cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the gift.
Mas and Minos.
I've seen Teen Titans Go with my son. I'm trying to remember if.
Well, they were on
Don't ever let Luca watch that. What is wrong with you?
Why? He loves it.
Important lessons like reading is bad and
exactly.
Don't use your brain.
It was a mess.
No, it teaches you stuff like about pyramid schemes and
yeah.
What
is it? Like buying property. Remember when
you
they
want
bought
him
that
to grow up to be a
apartment building?
supervillain like his Aunt Lilith. Okay, that's fine. That's what we're doing.
Son, you cannot conquer the world, but Aunt Lilith does it. Attempts to do it.
Yes.
Let's
actually, the episode where they all become villains is one of the best ones. Where they all decide to become super villains because it's easier.
Dick Gravestone, yeah.
Dick Gravestone. Yes. Seems all set. I just need a yellow.
Oh yeah, he has the goatee. Yeah.
I just have one thing for Gotham next season. Get your schedule together because there's no reason fall TV, something that premiered in like the end of September, should be ending in June. Get it together, Fox.
Well, because Fox does that weird thing where they take that 3-month break and they try to jam like a whole nother season of something else in that break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get like the first half of Gotham, then you get a whole nother series, and then Gotham comes back, and it's and they wonder why the ratings are probably going down. It's because people forget about it.
Yeah, I was just like, when you told me June was their finale, I'm like, okay.
I mean, they start in September. They start before all that CW stuff, and it was the last. That's probably why they did the 2-hour finale, because they're like, oh crap, it's June already.
A mess. Such a mess.
I'm really hoping that they weren't like like cramming for it. It's like, oh man,
but I mean,
our finale's due tomorrow, man. Let's hurry up. Let's shoot this.
None of the other superhero shows did this, and I mean, Gotham was never, their finale was never in June. And the
first early May.
Exactly.
To be fair, it was aired as a 2-hour finale, but actually it's 2 episodes.
2 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They jammed 2 episodes in one night.
But it's a contiguous story, and it's broken up for syndication and Netflix streaming. And
did it hook you for next season? Because I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it was just so much stuff they can't possibly live up to it. But I'll check in like occasionally to see what's going on. But I can't do Gotham week to week. I just can't.
I'm gonna watch it. I just want to see what they're gonna do. I mean, is Bruce gonna be like the Gray Ghost or whatever? And
and Alfred can be the Stranger. Because he died. So.
I mean, hey, are they going to pay off that Solomon Grundy? I mean, which is Cyrus Gould? And
I love that. That was my favorite thing.
Are they going to go the supernatural route, or are they just going to go, the virus gave them super strength and dumbed them down or something?
Zombies are a thing kind of sort of in Gotham and in real life, because they're reanimating brain cells, the people that are brain dead. So, you might be living in the Walking Dead for real pretty soon.
I'd rather that they do at least a semi-mystical origin for him. Although, you know what? For what it's worth, let's think here. Okay, so we have our Lazarus pit in Gotham, because you should always keep a Lazarus, because it's that's why people love living there. It's just so centrally located. Everything is there.
Just like Star City.
But so you have this, and he's gonna want to bring Butch back to save Butch, and it's in saving him that he gets all Solomon Grundy dies, and it's at least a little bit magical. However they do, I really would like.
Say Tabitha dunks him in a Lazarus pit. There's your somewhat semi-mystical origin there.
Interesting, because now as I look back at it, I realize that he's always been dressing like Solomon Grundy. Wearing like this black suit. He wears way too much. He wears too nice of clothes for what he's doing. So, and I still say he's the guy who killed the Waynes. I really need to go back and watch that first episode, because you do see the guy who killed the Waynes in that, don't you?
He's wearing a mask, but yeah, you see him. Yeah, he's wearing a ski mask.
Yeah. Thing anyway, but I know that when because I remember when Selena saw the person who killed the Waynes, because she said she saw him. When she does the picture, it looks a lot like Butch.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. I think she might have lied about seeing his face. Like
she told
go back and watch it too.
Because, the first season, boo! Those first 8 episodes are rough.
Well, they were world building.
You know what it was? Is I think that they were not originally planning on making Bruce so central to the story.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you read the original pilot script, which I did, it's a lot different. The executives did a lot of tweaking, and it's supposed to be more of an ensemble, like procedural. And then they're like, "Hey, DC, everybody loves DC villains. Let's just kind of build it around." And then Robin, who plays Penguin, really kind of the character took off, and they started to kind of build around that. And
yeah,
it's good when a show can maneuver and recognize when something isn't working.
Yeah, well, no, I understand that. I would have much rather Penguin. I like, the criminals. I like. It's Bruce that I always feel dragged. I was trying to remember if it's drag or drugged or dragged or dragged.
Oh yeah, didn't those executives panic? It was supposed to be Gordon and all the villains, and they were like, "Oh no, we need Batman in here in some shape or form."
Because that's the mandate.
Yeah, Batman
needs more Batman.
Yeah,
Demanded by who, I ask.
Not me. I was perfectly happy.
Well, I think we're gonna start seeing a shift in that trend. It's gonna be we need more Wonder Woman.
Yes. Well,
Donna Troy, she can show up. Why not?
yeah. Has she been on Arrow yet?
No, but they've teased Wonder Woman things, like they had Cheetah and the Flash's Argus in that episode, and a couple of other things that I've noticed. So
yeah. So I mean,
she'd show up on Supergirl's world, though. That's why I'm thinking Donna Troy could actually show up on Supergirl, because Batman kind of sort of seems like if he exists on that world, and Superman obviously exists on that world, so it would make more sense for her to be at Earth 38.
Because they've called out Gotham and stuff on Supergirl, yeah.
And didn't they mention a vigilante of some sort?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't watch Supergirl, so Tyler, let me know.
Yeah, they have mentioned.
Yes, I think that, yes. So yeah. Yeah. So that's that was Gotham.
You want to do our first question before we talk about Black Panther?
Oh,
the Bat
oh yeah, we got to talk about the new Batman issue too, Lilith.
Yeah.
Tedious. Batman is tedious now. Like, I just can't.
So,
what if we must?
Well, we have two questions. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do the Batman one then?
Yeah, sure. Since we're in the midst of the Batman stuff.
All right. Well, all right. This is going to be interesting. Let's go to our Marvel expert, Charlie Esser, first. Charlie, what is your favorite Batman character or storyline in any form of media, comics, TV, movies?
Throughout all media, my favorite character in the Batoverse is, of course, the Penguin. Because because I feel that the Penguin is the actual evil opposite of Batman, as opposed to the Joker, because he's the guy who, he's the son of wealth and privilege, who has become obsessed with crime for whatever reason. And it's their different take on their world. He is although, I've always felt there was like this great story to tell about Penguin, which I think Gotham has done a great story with Penguin. The idea of someone who, as I'll always say, that Bruce Wayne becomes Batman so much. Not the least of which is just the fact that he loses his parents and that Alfred isn't a complete jerk. And I always wonder, like, because I think there's like this, I think in the official origin of Penguin, like his father died, hurt his family. I always wonder, like, his mother, which again, I love the Mama Cobblepot from Gotham. I don't think we've ever seen Mama Cobblepot in the comic books, but to me, she will always be Gotham. The idea crazy, a little obsessive, and sort of how that has on Cobblepot his whole life, and it makes you think along the lines that hey. Here's the thing. Bruce's idea of his parents are all based on, an 8-year-old's understanding of his parents, a 10-year-old's understanding of his parents. If his parents had lived, Batman might have grown up to be a real jerk, because his parents would have been real jerks too,
He would have been Oliver Queen on Arrow before the shipwreck.
It's like, well, yeah, because not for nothing, his parents were apparently very wealthy people. And you don't get to be wealthy, and like I said, for as rich as Batman is, he is clearly selling orphans somewhere. His money definitely has a lot of blood on it, because you don't get that rich always making the right choice. That is, if there's one thing that Iron Fist taught us, it's that you can't be the nice guy and just say, well, we'll just give it away for free.
What's that that's saying about American wealth? Behind every great wealthy family, there's some major crime in the past. So
yes. Oh, if not several. Well, there was
loosely connected.
Yeah, well, it's look, especially when That is the truth. I mean, maybe honestly stolen, but still stolen.
Bootleggers and whatnot. Yeah.
Yes, there was actually a great line in one of the episodes of Xena where she goes to China to fight for some reason, and the Emperor's son is very mad at because she's like riding with the Mongols or something, and the Emperor's son's very mad at his father. Says, "How can you talk to thieves?" And he says, "Every rich man has a thief somewhere in his lineage," and that's the thing. It's like if Bruce was just like mildly rich, you could say, okay, maybe he's got decent stock portfolio, and that's what's doing anything. But they've made Wayne Enterprises an actual growing concern, and that he can't be as rich as Lex Luthor and not be as corrupt as Lex Luthor. Except Lex Luthor actually runs his business day to day, and Batman doesn't. It's that's all Lucius Fox's stuff. So Batman doesn't know. Batman knows where his money comes from. He just knows that there's Bat Cola in the fridge and lobster thermidor. His favorite meal. So long as the lobsters are in the Batcave, he doesn't care how they got there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lego Batman coming to Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday.
Yeah. He's the only guy who has to clean the whole dang house. Lives in this gigantic mansion. I don't know how Alfred does it all.
It's secretly Batbots. That's the storyline they never touch on.
Actually, no. It's just that Alfred has a whole crew who comes in to take care of everything, but he just always makes sure that Bruce is out when he does that, so that Bruce thinks that he's got this big secret. I firmly believe everyone knows Bruce Wayne's Batman. It's just that it's easier for folks to just say, just let him go. Just he doesn't want to talk about it. It's Gotham's a small town, and yeah, we got an eccentric billionaire, but at least he punches criminals. Not for nothing, he keeps the working, all the nurses and doctors, and and all and that great educational system. What does it say? All of Batman's villains are doctors because Gotham has such a great educational system. But it allows the economy because all these doctors, they have to go into criminality to survive. Very sad. But yes, I don't know how we got onto all this, but yes, Penguin. I like Penguin. That's
I like penguins. All right, Lilith. What's your favorite?
My favorite storyline for Batman of all time is No Man's Land.
Nice.
It is the definitive where I really fell in love with Batman, like current reading. I was just like, oh, this is amazing. The lead up was a little rocky, but the actual execution was so flawless and so perfect, and it had so many great character development moments, and just when James Gordon renounces Batman because he thinks he's abandoned them because Bruce is out, being Bruce for Gotham and with the politicians and stuff. It was just really an interesting storyline, and I love it to this day. I reread it every single year.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
Did you lose me?
No.
Well, I don't think we can do it.
No, I heard her the whole time. So.
Okay. He was doing the cat stare thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, she likes No Man's Land. She thought it was a good book. That's the one where Gotham has an earthquake and everyone just says, "Oh, nothing of value was destroyed. It was just Gotham. Just everyone stay out of Gotham. We're just writing it off."
They quarantine it from the rest of the country. Yeah. So then, that was 1999. So then, when the year 2000 rolls around, we get a nice, bright, shiny new Gotham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Favorite Bat character was Huntress.
Huntress.
Any version of Huntress, I freaking love it.
Oh, I was gonna say which version, but any version.
But you know my main version. Original Earth 2.
Okay.
Not Earth 2 Society.
The daughter of Bruce Wayne and
what was the TV show with Huntress?
Birds of Prey. It's terrible.
Birds of Prey.
But I watched it. I watched it every week live.
Yes, I remember it.
But only for Shamar Moore. I'm just gonna be real.
See, that show gave us Harley
And,
Quinn.
And Dr. Harley Quinn Quinzel. It wasn't.
yes. And
Oh,
the
that
joke
show was
and the
awful.
Joker was played by Mark Hamill.
As always, or a trickster.
Yes.
Yes.
That was good.
What about
Okay,
you,
and
Phil?
Phil, what's your favorite Batman character?
I don't know. Nightwing, of course. I like. I
I thought that was Damian Wayne 2099.
You shut your mouth. Oh Lord, she's having an itch. She's a bad influence on me. I love so much of the like Year One and Dark Knight Returns, but like even like the late '80s stuff with like when Tim Drake first showed up to become the third Robin and all that stuff. But I mean, one of my favorites is probably that Batman Reborn stuff where everyone thought Bruce Wayne was dead and Dick Grayson took over as Batman. It was like a fresh take on Batman. He wasn't quite as such a moping loner jerk.
Well, of course not, because Dick Grayson isn't a mopey loner. He's
No,
a
exactly.
people person.
It freshened the franchise up, I thought.
Yes, but then they had to go back to the legacy character, bring him back.
Well, I mean, even when Bruce Wayne came back, they were both Batman for a while, and then that New 52 rolled around. New 52.
Yeah.
That's on our list. New 52 and this.
Yes.
I guess my favorite Bat story. Read the book. It's hard to say, but I like the '60s Batman TV show. I think it was quite lovely, delightfulness. I also always liked his take on the Super Friends. All of the Super Friend Batman. I think that Super Friends get such a lousy. But they were just trying to teach kids that you don't always have to punch people to solve problems. And that's not acceptable in this day and age. That nowadays, if there's a problem, punch it.
And the heroes punch each other.
Yes. Well, not for nothing. In that, when they literally called that out in the Avengers when they're going to go punch the Beyonders to fix the universe. We'll punch the things that are causing the universes to destroy, and you get that with what's his name, Prime, the original Gwenpool, where he's punching the walls of the universe. He's sort of Gwenpool. He grew up in a world where all of the characters in the DC universe were fictional, and then he got to go to that universe. Mad because it wasn't as cool as he thought it was.
No, I would never especially New 52 characters. I'd never want to meet them if they were real. Never.
Well, I don't know. Superboy Prime wasn't New 52, was he?
No, he was
before
before that. No.
Yeah, he was before that. Yeah, he did turn evil before that, and then because he got mad because he got locked in.
God, I hate that character. That's my least favorite DC character ever. He ruined everything.
In all of his versions, or just that one?
All of them, actually, with the exception of that 1993 TV show that they did where he was in college. That's the only time I like Superboy.
I
know some obscure things sometimes.
I love that show. I watched it every week.
You
had
don't
one
like
of the best Mixoplex.
You don't like you don't like current Superboy?
I don't really count him as Superboy though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
which you mean
John
Kent?
John Kent, yeah.
Or they're officially Kents now. They were Smiths for a little while, and now they're Kents because
Okay,
right.
Let's get to the stupid Batman issue.
Batman 24. That's right. Batman 24 dropped this week. And spoilers, as if you didn't see this on every website this week, even before the book hit the stands. Batman takes off his mask and proposes to Catwoman. Uh,
But of course, we don't get an answer. We
oh no!
like, 2 more story arcs.
And we got another arc before that. So yeah, they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna drag this out at least for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure she says, Batman, I like you, but not in that way, and it's fun to hang out and fight crime and stuff on occasion, or cause crime, depending on my mood. But
He didn't see that road trip she took with Harley and Ivy, huh, Love?
Now that's a movie we should be making.
Wow!
Gotham Sirens, I can get behind that.
There we go.
Rated R.
Rated R.
Rated NC-17, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Batman proposed. So
So
what surprises me is that this is the first time he's done that, or
in like main continuity, like
Yeah.
before, like back in the day, like Earth 2, that's where the original Huntress came from. Is Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle got married, and they eventually had a daughter. Yeah.
there you go. There you go, Lilith. If this works out, you get your Huntress in the main DCU. You get to see baby Huntress.
Babies ruin. No offense to people with kids. Babies ruin everything, especially in comic books and TV shows.
But you know what?
Expressed by Lilith Hellfire, not the views of Capes and anything.
Okay, think about it this way: if you have little Huntress, she gets to constantly be Damian and beating him.
Oh, that's right. She gets to annoy Damian like he annoys everyone else. Yeah.
No, I say let her go live with Dick Grayson. Give the kid a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if Bruce does actually have a kid, Alfred's gonna just quit because he's like, I can't do this again. I can't take care of another kid.
He's gonna Murtaugh it. I'm too old for this crap.
Although I guess now that he's immortal, it all makes sense. He's frozen in time at the time that Bruce put him in the Lazarus pit. But that was one thing I was actually gonna say. Rachel Ghul, I guess is how it's pronounced now.
It's always been 2 ways of pronouncing it, to be fair. Some people say Roz and other people say Raish.
I believe his creator, Denny O'Neil, says Raish, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
but nobody cares what Denny. Like, everybody just goes and does what they want anyway.
But what I liked about it is that, because like I said, it's in Bashir, I forget the actor's actual name, who's playing him. He has a much more youthful voice than you're used to hearing from that character. It strikes me that, well, if he's this guy who's constantly immortal, who actually, a guy who has cheated death so many times, who is outside of death now, it makes sense that maybe he has a bit more of youthful exuberance to him. And that way, the idea that is that, he isn't worried about death. He isn't worried about, maybe he shouldn't be so dour in his evilness. Maybe he should be a little bit more, I'm immortal, yay me.
Plus, I mean, over probably hundreds of years, if you're dunking in the Lazarus pit, how many times? It's probably going to shave a couple decades off you too.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not like he's an old man. He's not like he's that general character who is immortal but just keeps on aging. Yeah, he was also in the Teen Titans, the first one, the good Teen Titans that everyone liked. So don't be mean, don't be mad.
That's how we refer to it in my house too.
And the idea, so I mean, yeah, he's got like the streaks of gray, but those are just, those aren't old man gray streaks. Those are just like, I'm a cool evil guy gray streaks. Those are like Rogue's gray streaks.
That Reed Richards, Hal Jordan gray streak.
Distinguished.
It's that distinguished look,
I am smart.
Yes. My brain is so powerfully bleached my hair. I don't know why Arnold Schwarzenegger is playing Reed Richards in that version of the story, but apparently he is.
Does that mean Rogue of the X-Men is all frontal cortex?
Yeah, that's what it means. exactly what it is.
I love when he pats me on the head and patronizes me.
Where's your
That's
candy?
exactly.
Give him my hard candy.
I want a sticker. Damn it.
Okay. What else is there to discuss?
Speaking of Gotham, Kelly had a sound clip. She's going to clean it up and give it to me, and I'm just going to play it whenever. It's Hugo Strange going, "Oh no."
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm blaming it on the butler. I need that line.
Nah, that's a good one too.
Now, is it just me? Are they directing B.D. Wong to play Hugo Strange as George Takei?
I feel like yes.
Or is that his choice?
Yeah.
I feel like that was his choice, and they said go with it, and it worked. B.D. Wong has been the best thing about Gotham for me. I love B.D. Wong.
No, B.D. Wong is fantastic. But it did make me go, man, all gay Asians just sound exactly alike. It's just.
It's an homage. Okay.
I know it's an homage, but
I did make the George Takei comparison. I was like, instead of "oh my," I was like, "oh no."
Oh no. Oh man, the Robot Chicken episode writes itself. Then you just need Kool-Aid Man coming in going, "Oh yeah."
It's Gotham. You never know. They could watch him do that. Oh no! But we got sidetracked. Batman 24. Batman 24. Do you guys think that's gonna? Are they gonna keep that in continuity? Or are they?
They're not.
No, you don't think it's gonna last?
They better not.
Well, I mean, what that he proposed?
Well,
are they undoing their entire continuity this week? I don't know.
What's
Let me check the schedule. They're almost due.
I mean, if they do get married, are they going to keep that? I mean, they brought the
dream sequence or something stupid.
They
can't have Batman married. Like that's the one character I thought they're off limits for love interest or something like that.
No, Batman has lots of love interest.
Like long time, permanent, Iris West, Lois Lane kind of things. So
I think he could have that, and I think everyone always, honestly, I think people always assumed that Catwoman and him were kind of together, even if they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of
only get off again. Yeah, sure.
She's kind of in the life. I mean, she's his the closest female, that he could be with.
That isn't Babs.
Yeah, and he can't be with Babs.
Speaking of which, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, he takes his mask off to propose to Catwoman, but he leaves it on to bang Barbara in the damn Killing Joke. Bravo.
Mask on.
He did. It's the oddest thing I'd seen in a long time.
Maybe she liked that. I don't know. Didn't she leave her mask on?
Maybe he liked that. I don't know. Okay. Man, I am so glad I've never seen that movie because that just sounds awful. Just like, why even?
Why
did the story need that?
They tacked that onto the original. They needed more time for the original, on the original comic, and they were just like, "Oh, Batman needs, it's not enough that a friend gets hurt. She has to be a love interest.
Yeah, but you could have just done that by having them have dinner. Have it be weird.
It's not that obvious for people. They need explicitness. Okay.
Well, plus it was rated R too, so they're like, "Oh, we got to justify this hard R."
I would have took more gore and violence over sex. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they already had the sex because they had Joker with a bunch of ladies. So they had sex in there and there. It's like you didn't have to make this. And again, it's not if he leaves his mask on. That's just, like I said, that's just weird. Especially if she took.
You love it off
because it's. Well, there was. You ever watch Third Rock from the Sun?
Yeah, of course. John Lithgow's my jam.
And you have, the relationship between Wayne Knight and Sally. Oh, and Sally. And I can't remember the actress's name. But yeah, Sally. And of course, when of course Wayne Knight plays a cop, and when he's in uniform, she's into him, and when he takes it off.
And that's the thing. Hey, that's a genuine fetish that I hear people are into on the internet.
That was Spider-Man and Black Cat back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Now that was a relationship that worked.
Oh, why?
But here's what I'm going to say. If they both kept their masks on, I think it's good. What's bothersome about him keeping his mask on and her taking hers off, it says she is open to him and he's sharing everything about her with him. He's still closed off to her.
Yep.
To be
and
with
that's Batman
her,
in a
except,
nutshell. At least in that Killing Joke movie. Oh, it's so terrible.
It makes him seem like a real jerky guy. It kind of justifies the Lego Batman version. But at least there, his character has character growth and arc, And there it's played for laughs, the fact that Batman is a lonely, sad man,
I think it was
Kevin Thermidors.
I was laughing because I think it was Kevin Smith on one of his podcasts said Lego Batman's so good because it's like the writers get Batman, but it was like the roast of Batman.
Yes.
His whole career.
What's next?
I do think Lego Batman has been the best cinematic Batman this century. So I will say that.
This century.
Yeah. Michael Keaton was very good.
That was last century, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said this century.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Dark Knight was pretty good. The second Christian Bale one with Heath Ledger.
I
mean,
the more you watch it, the less it holds up, though.
The first half.
But what I'll say about it is Batman the good part about it, or is just the story the good part? It's like the Lego Batman, I think, is a very good Batman. The Dark Knight series. I mean, it's good, it's decent, but I don't think Batman is what makes it good. It's as I will always say, you can't count on your superhero be good. You actually have to have a story there to make it good. That is why, the Superman films have not done well critically because their stories have not been as good, whereas Wonder Woman is doing very well because it has a very good story. It's not just because people like Wonder Woman more than Superman. It's not that. It's that they took the time to give Wonder Woman a really good story that has depth and meaning and character growth.
Well, we haven't seen the real Superman yet. And in Justice League, spoiler alert, when he comes back in Justice League, this is going to be the Superman we've all dreamed of. Too late.
Well, we were discussing this last night on Super Connectivity, Lilith. I was saying, I think, Wonder Woman did so good because, Batman, Superman, they wanted to rush to get, that unified universe that Marvel has. So they jammed everything in there. Like we were saying, Doomsday shouldn't have even showed up in that movie. It should have been just Batman and Superman.
Superman, and we didn't even care about Superman from Man of Steel. So it's
I said that's what we said. They should have just been fighting Lex that whole movie, and then the first Justice League should have been the whole league fighting Doomsday.
And we're getting Darkseid because we always need Darkseid.
I say bring back Egghead.
Give me Brainiac. Give me the Anti-Monitor for all I care. We all know how much I hate the Anti-Monitor.
They should have saved Darkseid and all that Apocalypse stuff to I don't know, phase 2, phase 3 or something, or whatever those movies are.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. That's why Wonder Woman did. That's part of the reason Wonder Woman did so good. Since it was like a period piece, it was you didn't have all this extra. They couldn't throw all this extra DC crap in there, and it was its own separate thing, which I think helped it.
Yeah. And
because even Suicide Squad, that they were obviously trying to make that its own franchise thing too.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we talk about Marvel? Make Charlie happy. Talk about Marvel.
Oh, I'll talk about. I'll rag on DC or Marvel. You know what? I don't know if I even mentioned this. It's something that's been bugging me because I realized this recently.
Random nonsense.
The reason we're not getting a Peggy Carter this season is because that slot was given to Inhumans.
Rage Against the Machine, Charlie, do it. Join me on the lunatic side of Capes and Lunatics.
Well, no, it's just first off, no one was clamoring for an Inhumans. I mean, I know we have this product. We need to do something with it. And then they did something bad with it. I think we did talk about this on Super Connectivity last night because I remember mentioning that, you know.
Yeah, we talked about humans. Yeah.
Yeah, as mad as I am that they did not cast Tatiana Cott as Medusa, I'm glad that she does not get drugged down by this horrible thing they're making. But it strikes me that, you know, part of that slot, that 8-episode slot was what Peggy Carter used to get. That had that little filler story in between seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in that time they actually did it during the break, and now they're actually putting it at the front of the show. So we're getting a late Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to deal with this Inhuman story.
That, my friends, is what we call a burn-off. In the industry.
Honestly, what I get the feeling is, because like IMAX is producing those first 2 episodes, right? Or who's producing?
Well, it's gonna be IMAX, but I mean, I don't know how that whole business thing goes down. But
yeah, I got the feeling like someone paid for that. Like
maybe.
Someone else other than Disney paid for it, which is why it's kind of getting made. But it's just, you know, or at least not ABC. You know,
those first 2 movies, like I said, are gonna be IMAX. So hey, we made this crappy show. Let's blow it up big so you can really see the crap.
Yeah. Like I said, that, you know,
I don't know why they dropped plans for the movie. I don't think this is one of the things that it's not going to be a good show. They should have made it a movie. Keep it to 2.5 hours. You don't need 8 episodes or more. And at least with a movie, you're going to get a bigger budget, so maybe you can get, like, I don't know, better costumes, some hair that actually moves.
The Steve Trevor School of Hairstyling.
Yeah. Steve Trevor's hair isn't his superpower. You know, that's the thing. I mean, maybe in this Wonder Woman film it is, but yeah. And speaking, you know, I got kind of mad about something about getting back to Wonder Woman because someone wrote a little tongue-in-cheek rant about Steve Trevor probably isn't above average when that seems because he covers his entire self with
one hand.
But it strikes me like
he could be a grower, not a shower, though.
Well, first off, yes, and second off, we don't know how cold that water was, or how cold the cave is. You know,
that's right.
Refer to the Seinfeld episode, please.
Yes, like a frightened.
Lilith, you know about shrinkage, right?
Yeah.
That's what you say, like laundry, right?
How do you live with it? I don't know how you boys live with it. I really don't. I agree with the lady.
Yeah, it is. You know,
hey,
that's what we get that extra 25 cents on the dollar for all the pain and suffering that goes along.
Hey, all I can say is at least our rules stay the same. I mean, yours change every month, so.
Touche.
Yeah, that was.
Speaking of, well, not really, but getting back on topic.
This time I went.
Let's talk about this. This feels like a movie that was made for the female gaze. From the trailer, from the poster, I'm kind of here for it.
What, Wonder Woman or?
No, Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther.
Oh, yes.
That's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Well, he is a handsome young man.
And that cat suit, let me tell you.
So we know that Lilith likes the mask on. Like I said, it's fine if that's the agreed to thing, that's what everyone's into. It just, you know, I just said it symbolically in that scene. It sounds like it didn't.
It's just a shame that he's not going to be able to marry Storm in the foreseeable future. That is like one of my. That's like one of the best comic book couples ever. Their 2 worlds just aren't there yet.
Unless they make a deal with Fox.
Fox is never ever giving up the X-Men. Oh.
I mean, for that, we don't need all of them. Just Storm.
Yeah, just Storm.
Well, you know, you could have a Storm pastiche. Because, you know, they may own Storm, they may not own Aurora, you know, they have that kind of a thing.
What an African American Inhuman who controls the weather? Is that where we're gonna go?
Well, she could be an African Inhuman, you know,
yeah,
just a white-haired thief woman,
not a mutant, an Inhuman.
Yes, just in a very legally binding way.
Color like Tempest,
but,
or
you know,
Hurricane.
we'll see who he's dating in this in this one, because there will be a love interest, and I know in the book they were playing up in the last issue, because there's a woman that he likes who lives in Harlem now, and just got captured by Dr. Faustus, so they're going to hide.
Is it Blind Al?
No, it's not Blind Al.
Well, this is probably. I mean, they're probably going to go more into his origin in his first solo movie, right? So watch it. The love interest is probably going to be like some like childhood friend or something, or.
And then she dies, because that's what happens to most first love interests.
Yeah, not necessarily. Maybe or maybe they'll. Well, no, they can't. They can't have that thing with him and Sue Storm there. Did you ever read that one? Okay.
Man, everyone back in the day making the play for Sue Storm. I mean, Black Panther, Namor.
That is why Reed put a ring on the lockdown finger, man, because he realized, like, dude, I'm gonna lose this chick if I don't step up my game, and so he did. Because
if I don't commit, she's just gonna fade away,
disappear.
There you go. Well, I mean, not for nothing. Reed Richards knew he's the world's smartest man, and he was gonna have to figure out, that eventually, that you got a woman like Sue Storm, you marry her.
That bomb tossing fool.
He is a bomb tossing fool.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he didn't make the right choice romantically.
I really enjoyed the teaser trailer. It's one of the movies I'm actually looking forward to for Marvel. Like, I haven't looked forward to a Marvel movie since Iron Man 2. Just being honest.
But no, Charlie, we were talking last night. We couldn't remember when Black Panther comes out. February, I believe it's February.
Yeah. So it is.
That's a good slot. He'll do well, just like Deadpool did really well. Like, it's that vacant slot where not a lot is going on, so people will definitely flock to it.
So our theory,
and it is Black History Month, so.
Oh,
the shortest month.
Yeah.
But no, Charlie. So it comes before Infinity War. So our theory probably come to pass. They're probably going to wake up Winter Soldier in that one, probably.
Yeah, or not, or just
maybe at the end, one of those after credits.
It's going to be like one of 5.
Oh no! Guardians of the Galaxy did 5. This one will probably have 7 or so.
I think 5 is the new gold standard for Marvel.
Hopefully.
Yes, but because we were also discussing that Chadwick Boseman put up a thing with the chairs, the little on-set chairs with the superhero names. It was Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, and Black Panther.
T'Challa. Yeah.
Oh, T'Challa, yeah, T'Challa, yeah. What is his last name? Or is his first name T? Or maybe royals don't have last names, because it's just my last name is my first name is King. My last name is T'Challa.
We'll find out, because it's an origin movie. We'll find out.
Well, not really, because we already have his origin, which is he becomes the Black Panther. He is the Black
father
Panther.
Gets killed.
Yeah.
Although, actually, that's kind of an interesting question. Was he already the Black Panther?
In waiting? Was he a gentleman in waiting?
Well, no.
They really didn't. I don't think they really said.
Yeah, they didn't really say if the king is always the Black Panther or if the Black Panther is a separate role and maybe he's just occupying both roles.
Oh, look, I looked this up. Because I guess it popped up on Google because someone else must have asked. Well, no, I said, what's T'Challa's last name? It says, does he have a last name? No, he does not have a last name in the Western tradition of naming. He is T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, former chieftain of the Wakandan Panther clan.
Oh, so he's like son of Cole. So
yeah.
So Thor's totally going to get, son of T'Chaka. It's like he is Odin's son. I am still Odin's son. You're T'Chaka's son. And, of course, son of Cole.
See, everyone listening to this, you were asking that question, and we answered it for you.
There we go.
Because we were the experts.
Okay. T'Challa.
But yeah,
T'Chaka's.
But yeah, that trailer looks awesome. Like I was telling Charlie, I love that scene with him jumping off that one car that's flipping over, jumping onto the other car.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
should be a good movie. Action, should be a good story.
I worry about people getting kicked into cars that then dent the car. it's like that is a lot of force to put someone into. Like, I don't think a person lives through that
Or
or
that's
would
like
want
some that's like some like that's like some cheap made stain car or something.
to. Yeah, so it's just. But I've seen that a few times, and it's like, man, that's gotta hurt.
It's all made of aluminum now and styrofoam.
Plastic, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Still
Cars
weighs
are
a
made of
couple
nothing
pounds.
nowadays. It's not like it's the
That was
70s
an
where it's all
SUV
metal.
too. Yes, but anyway, it looks fantastic. We get some nice Andy Serkis there, and the guy who plays Watson. Watson and Holmes in the same universe. That's pretty cool. But one's a villain.
I know, that's what we were saying. That's where
Doctor Strange is
what?
Yes, but no, it looks great, and I find it interesting that apparently there's like Wakanda has a secret identity. We're like, oh, it's just some third world nation. They export textiles and shepherds, and it's like
Vigilantes.
nope. Yeah, well, apparently vigilantes. Well, because what it is, it's interesting. They have a resident superhero. They needed that superhero for
to keep out the evil white man. Duh.
Oh, well, I guess that works. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how I always.
Well, yeah.
And situation going on there.
Well, yeah. No, well, in the Marvel universe, yes, but in this one, it doesn't seem like anyone had been trying to invade for a while. So it's like it makes you wonder if we're going to find out
or something like that. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah. Or I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if we're going to find out that T'Challa's been going cosmic for a while. That they actually have like a space embassy there.
Or people are just guarding against people coming for that vibranium.
Yeah. Because apparently there is a market for it, and but apparently no one knows that they have it there, which is weird.
I mean, there's a big market now. Everyone sees Captain America's shield. They're like, oh, I want one of those. Let's go get some vibranium.
Dude, time out. Random nonsense. I was at some store and they had a Captain America shield, like the authentic, like replica. It was $300. I was like, that better have real vibranium in it.
I know.
No, it's $350.
I've seen that. I think it was at GameStop. Yeah, it was like $200 or $300.
Yeah, it was GameStop.
Yeah, because I saw that too. I was like, oh, how much is that? And then I was like, oh, never mind.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
That's an iPhone, damn it.
But I agree with you. For $200 or $300, I better be able to whip that thing around like the real shield and have it like bounce around and like at least not dent or anything.
And then next week, y'all are probably gonna see it behind me because I'm gonna make my boyfriend buy it.
You're gonna buy me that shield.
Well, it's the vibranium that allows you to put it, underneath your trench coat on your back. That's yes.
Hydrogen gas.
Yeah. Hydrogen gas. It does miracles. It's like Vitarays. See, that's what I say about that. It's like you can do that with Vitarays. You can do that with vibranium. You can do that with things that aren't real. You can say it has miraculous properties. You can't do that with lead and hydrogen.
Maybe it was like maybe it was like hydrogen with an I or something.
There we go. Yes. What are you gonna do? Yeah, but no, Black Panther looks fantastic. I don't think that is shocking to us. I think we knew it was going to. Here's the thing: I don't think Marvel is going to let Black Panther be bad. Much in the same way, I think DC realized we cannot let Wonder Woman be a bad film, and they had to fight against their
nature. I know. Trust me, I know.
Can't we just make it a little bit bad? Like, no, it has to be good. They're gonna say we made it bad on purpose. Like, well, we make everything bad on purpose. We have to.
I told you yesterday. Now DC's all in panic mode because they're just like, oh crap! Now they expect something from us, something good.
Yeah, exactly. It's.
Don't expect it from Justice League. Wait for Aquaman. Yeah. That's all
I will say, from the Justice League trailer, I am so excited for Aquaman. I think I mentioned that last time. I think that Aquaman, it's like, oh, I get what they're doing with Aquaman.
But Lilith,
That character I get.
I called it. Did you see the upcoming issues of Aquaman? They're giving him the beard and stuff. I
I
told you
know.
that they're movieizing him.
They can't help themselves. They just can't do it.
They always do that. I mean, that
Well,
always.
yeah, both. Yeah, Marvel and DC. They all do.
I
Marvel
know. Sometimes you just need a little separation of church and state. Just a little.
like in the story now.
Yeah, that Captain America suit since first Avenger came out. Yeah, they even back in the day when that very first X-Men movie come out. What were they wearing in the comics? They went to the black leather. You know.
Yeah. Because that's how you know we're cute. Black
Branding.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, I know, Charlie, you wanted to talk about ISIS on Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, yes. ISIS on Legends of Tomorrow.
And then that'll lead into our other question.
Okay, yes. So our new character for Legends, still not Solomon Grundy, because apparently they needed him on Gotham.
That'd be awesome if they just like Legends of Tomorrow came into Gotham.
Oh, yes. That would be great.
It'll never happen, though.
Well, why not, man? That time is broke. They can go there, you know.
Two different networks, though.
And go pick up Butch, you know.
Yes, we need Drew Powell.
Yes. I just want Solomon Grundy. See, I really wanted Solomon Grundy on it when they had Hawk Girl because I wanted him to call her Bird Nose and do that whole, you know, when they did the thing with Aquaman and Bird Nose and Hawk Girl and Solomon Grundy. They did sort of like a DC's Defenders, but like instead of Namor and Nighthawk and the Hulk, you know, it was a thing. They did it. I think it might have just been in the cartoons, but it was fun in the cartoons. I like Solomon Grundy when he's a hero and when he's a villain. So they're bringing in ISIS.
I'm confused though.
Yes.
Because in the DC world, there's like actually like the actual like Egyptian goddess, and then there's the actual superhero. But it sounds like they're kind of like putting them together.
So as I understand it, in the most recent incarnation of Isis, the amulet was empowered by the goddess Isis to give her all of the powers of all of the animals and as well as control over the elements, which is of fire, water, earth, and air. So she's actually a pretty powerful character. And so the interpretation is she has like superhuman strength and flight and, all that kind of stuff.
I just think they went ISIS because they couldn't get the rights to Mary Marvel.
Well, yeah, probably.
Duh.
Well, also,
we can't get Black Adam either, though. So it's just kind of like,
yeah. I mean, obviously, she was a cool superhero that was available that could be a Superman level character.
But we already have Firestorm, and they don't really live up to Firestorm's potential.
It's because Firestorm costs too much to make. That's the thing about Firestorm. They can't really use Firestorm because he costs too much because he's a CGI character.
Because you have to have all the fire and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Isis is I'm wearing a skirt.
You can throw her on wires to fly and, look, I picked up something heavy.
Yeah, well, the fight is cheap. It's the being on fire that is expensive, George Reeves flew in the 50s. They can do flight. Flight's easy.
They still have yet to make it look good, but
well, flight never looks good. But then again, we don't know what a person flying should look like.
Not that.
That's remember. We really don't know what a person flying should look like. But one of the weirdest things about it is like she's from the distant future of 2030, which is 12 years from now.
In the not so distant future.
Yes. Exactly. It's like someone decided, 2030, and I was thinking, wait, 2030. I'm going to be alive in 2030.
Yeah, but I mean, do you not want to pull a character from too far in the future? But otherwise, they might have all this knowledge, but they might be so far advanced than everyone else that you'd be like, why do you need the rest of these characters?
Well, no, but
yeah, 2046 would have been good.
But the thing about it is that at least from the character description, it's like this dystopian future of computers and craziness, and I'm like, really, in 12 years?
I mean,
They're
a
all
lot could go
Honestly,
wrong.
maybe
We
we're
could
on a
reach
road
the
to
singularity in 3 years for all we know.
Yes. I mean, yes, Mad Maxery is on the agenda, but it
But
just
yeah, I just mean old popular fiction. It's like you never get like a bright, shiny, happy future. It's always like days of future past.
well, no, Brave New World. It was a bright, shiny, happy future, but that was the dystopia of it. It was all the technology and all the greatness, and and of course Kang's future. It was a bright, shiny future, but it was boring. There's a lot of bright, shiny futures that just aren't as good. And of course, Star Trek is a bright, shiny future for the most part.
Yeah, but
In theory.
If you don't mind living under a socialistic fascist
but in theory.
Yeah, like you said, they're socialist fascist thing, but yeah, I mean, they're still fighting and the board.
Well, yeah, because there's always someone you got to fight. I mean, it's not like even in a world of plenty, people are still going to be mad at each other.
Oh yeah, it's human nature.
It's just that it gets over pettier and pettier things because it's no longer about water, air, or food. Now it just the wrong side of your face is a different color.
It says greedy Ferengi.
Yeah. Ferengi do not have war, and Ferengi do not have slavery. And that is why they feel they are morally superior to everyone in the Federation. Because they feel it would be the most morally reprehensible thing to deny someone profit. And slavery is taking away it's the theft of profit of your labor. That is the most horrid thing, unimaginable thing you could ever do. So they do not have slaves in Ferenginar. And they do not have war. Because why would you die for someone else's profit? Yeah. Well, why would you die for someone else's profit? I mean, they'll fund wars, certainly. That's we cater to all kinds here. But
but I was just watching Next Generation the other day. They degrade women though, because I mean they were like, oh, they let these humans let their women like work alongside them and have clothes and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean they do they are not the most.
There's always something. Nobody's
There's
ever
always
perfect.
Something. They have although there was some argument in the original design of the characters, which was that Ferengi Ferengi sexual dynamics were very big in their lives, and we actually see that with Ferengi, that basically if you
rubbing their lobes,
touch them on the lobes, rubbing their lobes, they can't do business. So it makes sense that you got to keep women out of the business because we're gonna have we're not gonna have any Latinum left.
I do feel like the addition of Isis was in response to Wonder Woman because I don't feel like there were any hints for this at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, this is definitely it's their way to get in a Wonder Woman. They need to say, oh man, we need a Wonder Woman. Who can we get? Now, mind you, they already have Vixen. So I don't know what happens with her.
She's run off with Nate. It's right. Like they're gonna run off. They're gonna disappear like 3 episodes in and go live happily ever after in the future somewhere.
But did they actually want someone closer to like Wonder Woman? kind of like a warrior, a mythical warrior woman.
Yeah, but but
yeah,
comes out, they go, oh wait, we have our Black Panther, we have Vixen. There we go.
Exactly. And Storm in one technically. So,
but I guarantee you, they probably want somebody people who aren't like that versed in comics and stuff turn on the TV and they're like, "Is that Wonder Woman?"
No. Or you know what? A lot of people know Isis from, of course, the Isis TV show.
Power Hour, baby.
Yeah,
I've got those on VHS somewhere, recorded off of TV.
Also inspired by the success of Wonder Woman. Because Linda Carter's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
They was like, hey, can we do a real cheap version of Wonder Woman? Well, let's make one.
It. She's had kind of a spin. Yeah. So you're absolutely right.
But
got the nostalgia factor, yeah.
Yeah. I also think that the CW just really likes to troll people. And having a Muslim character named Isis as the superhero, the internet will be aflame. It'll be fun.
We'll forget the trolls.
That's not true because I'm gonna say in Heroes Reborn they had a Muslim superhero. She was a lady, and they showed her praying, and nobody batted an eyelash. So
yeah, but I mean, forget the internet trolls. I mean, don't you have to
but
worry,
that
like,
was.
Don't you have to worry about like angering like the actual organization, ISIS?
If they blow the CW, it's no big loss. Let's just be real.
They don't actually call themselves ISIS. That's a,
yeah, that's an American thing.
Yeah, they actually call themselves like something that in their own alphabet. So the acronym isn't even the same alphabet. It's like, so yeah. So I do think it is trolling the far right in America, and for what it's worth, yes, I think you're talking about the Green Lantern who was a Muslim, or was this another superhero who was a Muslim?
Heroes Reborn. It was the lady that could camouflage. I forget now.
Oh, on Heroes.
Was this
forever ago? Ricky's probably yelling at me right now.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah, Heroes Reborn. Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, I thought we were talking about comic books. Yeah, no, and they're
they tried to be Marvel light. Let me tell you.
Trust me, there are a lot of people I'm sure got upset about it. It just that it wasn't as much of a rage machine because it didn't tie directly into a popular nerdosphere the way that a DC property would. So.
I say I give people the benefit of the doubt because CW demographic, all they're worried about is their ships. So
anyway, yeah. Anyway, I like it, and and of course, since she's a hacktivist, which is a thing we have now, I think that probably she's going to be as a terrorist a bit, because she is going to be breaking into things to fight the man.
Oh no! Now Legends has their own
Felicity.
I was gonna say she has they have their own Felicity Smoke now.
Yeah, well, because you can
buy Felicity. I bet
it's amazing that for all of the technology in the future, all you have to do is, and you can break into anything.
Type your keys real fast. Yeah.
I'm typing as fast as I can. It's like
fingers bleeding, lights exploding. Oh, hacking in the Arrow universe! It's so exciting.
Thank goodness their password was ASDFGHJKL.
That's some Tumblr user's password. I guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do think it's cool that we are getting new people in Legends of Tomorrow. Hopefully we can get rid of some of the old people in Legends of Tomorrow. And
and who would that be? Who would you like to see go?
You know what? I'd like to see Firestorm go just because I'm tired of them not being able to use him. It's like
back on the Flash. Actually, I'm here for that. We need more nerds in the Science Bro Club.
Yeah, well, that's fine. And as a scientist, Stein is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Jax is cool too as a character, but it's like
fix stuff and create stuff.
Yeah, but what's annoying about it? Well, because you'll still have the same problem there. It's like, we have a Superman pastiche, but we must never ever use him because he's too expensive.
Well, to the full extent of their powers was my thing. Like, I don't care that they don't show them fire, but I mean, transmutation is a really cool power. They do some really cool stuff. I mean, they can just allude to it. They just never mention it outside of the time they stop that nuclear bomb from going off. Yeah. It's just like.
Yeah, but anyway, no, and honestly, I don't like Commander Steel.
Yeah, he can go. Nate can go.
Nate can go. He's annoying. Honestly, I would love it if they got more villains in it. And I guess technically she's sort of villainy because she is a hacker. So, she's Sky. That's what she is. Because that was her thing too. She was a hacker. Hackers with really good hair. That's because if you're going to be a hacker in TV, you better look nice. Because all hacking it's a beauty contest.
Boy, that's like the career for these women in these Marvel and DC shows. It's like, man, I'll become a hacktivist, man. I'm getting superpowers, or I'm dating a superhero, or something's gonna come of this.
do you know whose fault that is?
Who?
Barbara Gordon, because she was that first computer genius character that computers are my superpower. And again, that's why DC needs to bring in Gus Gorman, so you have that evil hacker character to trade in information, man. Gus Gorman! Why do you leave that on the table, DC?
We're doing that this summer for Krypton Report right here. I mean, we're doing Superman 3.
Gus Gorman is the greatest villain in the DC universe.
Once Tyler heard that you were the biggest staunch defender of Superman 3, we're like, we're doing it. We're doing it.
It is a great movie. It has a good story and good villains. I know the CGI is lousy. I know the budget was not good, but the story is actually really good. I honestly, I think it is. Well, for any superhero film from the 80s, you know, you got to remember this wasn't the status genre. This was the genre where people will say, "Man, you really want to be a superhero? You know, they're never going to let you do any serious acting ever again after that." You know, and honestly, a lot of times people blame. You know, I'm sure Christopher Reeves kind of like, you know, had a love-hate relationship with the Superman character, because I'm sure he felt he could
have to do some other serious stuff after that, though.
Yeah, no, he has done some. He did a lot of good stuff, but I'm sure you always wonder.
Was a struggle.
You always wonder if in the back of your head, if you know, if Superman was a help or a hindrance to.
Well,
to
after
career.
Superman 4, it was definitely a hindrance. It's like, bro, when you're funding your own Superman film at that point, just let it go. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they should have gone with Bizarro as the villain in that. Although the Bizarro was pretty lousy too, because they played it too much for the laughs.
Oh, hey, I forgot. We have an email. We have an email too. Remember?
Oh yes.
From our good friend Kenneth.
Kenneth Meissen, friend of the show.
That's right. This one was directly sent to Capes and Lunatics. I said, hey guys, is it okay to be a lunatic without a cape? Or maybe everyone who wears a cape is a lunatic? Just remember, no capes.
Yeah. They get stuck and stuff.
We said, anyways, I caught your last 2 reviews of Guardians and Wonder Woman. Just some thoughts. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is set merely 2 months or so after the events of the first one. James Gunn himself mentioned that at some point. So it takes place months before Age of Ultron. Taking that into consideration, Groot's age progression wouldn't have been much in only a couple months. In the post-credits scene where he is Teen Groot, I bet that'll be during Infinity War. It'll be nice having other characters able to interpret for him now, so he isn't always tied down by Rocket. As far as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not investigating the big blue blob, that was way back in the first half of Season 2. They're still on the run from General Talbot, which, while trying to rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D. as a smaller Clandestine agency, they are also dealing with Coulson and his crazy Kree sketching. So just a couple quick timetable corrections there. But I love the movie and definitely look forward to them showing up next year in Infinity War.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So yeah, they were busy.
Yeah, so that's good, but that also means that there's a bunch of ego goo in Missouri somewhere. And you know what's most interesting about that? Because that was something I was realizing about that. They just bankrupted the Collector.
Yeah.
Because what the Collector's wealth is based on was mining the Celestial Head. Oh, maybe that's where the brain came from. Ego's brain came from.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it was no.
Yeah.
It was the yeah.
And now that celestial goo is all over the entire universe. On every planet has a big mound of celestial goo. So
that's why you gotta have the gladiator. That's why he goes to the gladiator fights.
Oh yeah, gotta win it all back, man. He's betting with his brother. And they are going to be brothers, they're saying, and it will be actual brothers. So. Mom always liked you best.
All right. Well, he goes on to Wonder Woman. He says Wonder Woman was such a great movie, but I agree with Lilith that the bar was already low for the DCEU. It did a lot of great things and will probably be held in the upper echelons of great superhero movies despite its flaws. But even Dark Knight and Avengers had some flaws. Consider her line in BVS about leaving the world of man behind for a century. I say they should just ditch trying to maintain continuity of keeping that true. The MCU has done that a couple times. Well, the X-Men franchise does that every movie. Let's just embrace this heroic, honorable team leader, Wonder Woman, and let her be the face of the DCEU. Later, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's hard to imagine. Though I guess the heartbreak of World War I, as I've said when they've said it there, that if you had a war to make someone just turn away from the world of man, World War I would have been it. And then after World War II, it's like, you people, I can't even. Although I would love to have seen her be horrified by Hiroshima. Honestly, I think maybe that's what maybe you might have her discuss it. It's like, well, first there was World War I, and then concentration camps and Hiroshima. And yeah, you guys don't deserve me. And so that's why she focuses on charity work.
Well, and I think that also fills the role of her, being a diplomat and all those things that have come from the TV shows and the movies and the comic books and stuff like that too.
Yes. And Was she a diplomat? Oh, I guess in the comic book she's a diplomat for Thea's mascara. Yes.
Okay, so since we're talking about Wonder Woman, we forgot our question last week.
That's right. Our favorite. Well, this was your question. Do you want to ask it?
Nah, Phil, you're moderating this week. Go ahead.
All right. It was everyone's favorite fictional character from any genre. So,
Female fictional character.
female fictional character, yes, because it's
Yes.
supposed to be one of our theme for a Wonder Woman episode. So the brains behind this question, Lilith, who is your favorite?
I have 3.
Oh,
Yeah, Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, Buffy Ann Summers from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Ashley Spinelli from Recess.
Very good. Very good. Now, for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, movie version, TV version?
TV version. But I do love the movie because I love Joss. And I thought that it was just this fantastic, campy movie. And when they made the TV show, I was just like, really? That got greenlit? Only on the WB.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be this great, seminal TV show.
Yes.
So, yeah, TV version, hands down.
And we get to watch immortal vampires who don't age. Because
Yes.
I
David Boreanaz.
Yes. Got old and fat. It happens. Well, not so much fat, but he definitely bulked up in the later years. Although but you actually
human blood. That's
yes.
That's my theory.
Yes, but him and Spike, you see him in those first times they come out, they actually look like teenagers. Like, oh yeah, these are high school kids, and then it's like, well, we can't play high school forever.
My favorite Brainiac.
He's a great Brainiac. He was fantastic in that. Smallville was a very good interpretation of a lot of DC characters. I felt, I was very much hoping that they were going. Although they do have a Chloe in the DCU now, don't they? There is a Chloe.
Well, then they took it away because the actual continuation comic books went into mainstream continuity, and then they erased it. DC, they're always erasing stuff. So
yeah. No wonder
But no, we have Felicity Smoke. What are you talking about?
Yes. Anyway, so for me, I did want to keep it to comic books. Although, there are a lot of genres and there's a lot of characters out there. But I would probably say my favorite female character is Susan Storm. Just because, if nothing else, she actually, for a superhero character, she actually gets a progressive arc. Mm-hmm. Where she starts out as one thing, becomes something new, and just becomes more powerful. I like the fact that, as John Byrne did for her, he said, "You know what? I'm a grown woman. Why am I calling myself a girl?" Which is one of the reasons why I still can't get behind Supergirl, because I do feel that her calling herself Supergirl is diminutive to herself, and I think that why isn't she Superwoman yet? She is a grown-up woman,
Because there's already a character called Superwoman. They're 2 different characters.
But not in this universe.
No, they do have Superwoman in that universe, don't they?
Do they?
On the TV show, didn't she actually show up?
I don't think, did she?
I don't ever remember them saying there was a Superwoman in that universe. Yeah. And like I said, just the fact that even just the idea that, there's another superhero with an S. We'll call her Supergirl because we're not going to let her be Superwoman. It just, but the Sue Storm became the Invisible Woman. And I like that about her. I like that she, she is a team leader. She does things in the Fantastic Four. She does get poorly treated in the comic books a lot by writers, but I think that at the core of the character there is something really, really fantastic for her. And she's Fantastic Four, and I love the Fantastic Four. So there. So that would probably be my favorite female character. Probably my next closest runner up would be She-Hulk, especially in the new Hulk book, because I think they've really taken her in such a fantastic direction. And that is a character who's interesting just because she's had so many different interpretations, from the Savage She-Hulk to this latest really, dealing with the trauma and body horror of being a Hulk, which is very cool. And just a cool way to look at a story that really hasn't been looked at before that. And then you look at, her lighter fare, which was also really cool. When she does the comedy stuff with John Byrne and all the fourth wall breaks, and then her later lawyerly stuff. And I love the fact that she is actually a good lawyer, unlike Matt Murdock. I like the fact that she is actually, when you have her there, she actually is.
What did you say?
I said Martha. So She-Hulk definitely is in that group too. And probably Patsy Walker would have been in there too, except her latest series was so horrible that I need someone to do something good with Patsy Walker again before I can
palate cleanser.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. If she comes up in the Defenders and she actually gets to do some stuff as Hellcat in the Defenders, I will put Patsy Walker back on the list. Because I do love the interpretation of Patsy Walker in the Netflix universe right now. I think that's a really cool character, and I think they've done some really great things with her.
All right.
And I like the fact that she's not the train wreck Jessica Jones is.
You can't bring up Patsy Walker without singing to Charlie.
She's Patsy. She's Patsy. She really wants to be your friend. Which is actually how it goes in the thing. But then you do the 50s version, which Jessica Jones sings, which is, "It's Patsy. It's Patsy. She really wants to be your friend." There we go.
Yes. All right. All right. It was tough for me to pin one down, but I guess I'll go with Barbara Gordon.
I knew it.
Oh, shut up. Well, no, just especially the Oracle stuff, because she goes through this trauma that would turn most characters, especially these whiny male characters, into supervillains. But she turned it around and did something positive with it as Oracle. And everyone else mentioned a few. I'd say probably most of the Bat girls. Cassandra Cain. Well, yeah.
Stephanie Brown.
And Stephanie Brown, yeah. Spoiler and Batgirl, yeah. Stephanie Brown also is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and no love for Batwoman.
Batwoman also.
Yeah.
She's still kind of her own right now, though. They've been
it's kind of work in progress, yeah.
Yeah. And again with the diminutive of girl,
Well, at the time yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. The only time that I really like to give it a pass is in the Legion of Superheroes, because they're all boys and girls, and they say they do that because they're trying to encapsulate that youthful future, and that's why we call ourselves, this girl and this boy. I don't necessarily.
Superboy does go join them eventually. So.
Yes, and Superboy had joined them too. So and I loved when they go back in time on Smallville and they're there.
Oh, that's a great episode.
It's not even. This doesn't seem right. He's not wearing this suit. He doesn't. Which I love.
Maybe we should let Chloe die. Nobody's heard of her. That was such a meta episode. I love it. And he can't fly yet. What's the deal? You're a terrible Superman, is what we're saying.
Okay.
So is that it? I think we've packed a lot of
yes,
everything in there.
Yeah. So there we go. How do we end this show? I forget.
Well, shameless plugs.
Oh, okay. Where can we buy a cool T-shirt, Phil?
Well, first, I was going to say, where can people find you, my favorite real-life female character?
Oh, yes. And Lilith Hellfire is a character. I'm completely different in real life. You guys can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, live tweeting DC stuff. For everything else, please be sure to head over to Adventures in FG on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, pretty much any social media. You can find me at Adventures in FG. And please be sure to check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com.
And, of course, you can always write to me in that old-fashioned email way at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. I don't do a lot on those social media things because I'm an old man. But I am on the Twitters. Although now that The Incredible Hulk is no longer on 7 o'clock on Saturdays on MeTV, I do not live tweet it anymore, and that makes me sad. But I still tweet some things, and you can follow me at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEssser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle for quality.
And, well, first, as for me, if you want to contact me personally, especially if you want to do some interviews with us, it's nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. But most importantly, follow Capes and Lunatics. Like Charlie said, we now have official merchandise, T-shirts, phone cases, mugs. I'm trying to remember what else is on there. But I think I'll put the link in the show notes. But also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. It'll be pinned to the top of those pages. And also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Capes and Lunatics, because we're going to have Facebook Live content that'll be exclusive to Facebook. So you definitely want to follow us on Facebook. I already did a review of the comics for this week, and I know Lilith and Tyler are going to take turns reviewing movies and music, correct, Miss Hellfire?
Yes, as far as I know, that is correct, sir.
And yeah, and what is it? Tomorrow afternoon, you're gonna do something. 2:30 p.m. Facebook Live. But yeah, follow us on Facebook because there'll be stuff every week. On Twitter Twitter at Capes Lunatics, Instagram Capes and Lunatics, Pinterest Capes and Lunatics Podcast, and send us voicemails. We love hearing you. 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And keep it clean.
And of course, since this is YouTube, you've seen the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
And if you're listening to this on the podcast, follow us on YouTube.
Oh, and rate the podcast, because apparently that's something we're supposed to do.
Yes. Rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and rate, review, and subscribe to the YouTube.
Show us around iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Lisbon. So there you go. We got you covered on all the bases.
Get on the train early before we dominate social media and the world of entertainment. Lilith Hellfire, the true queen of all media.
No. You don't ever talk anything bad about Oprah. You don't even joke about Oprah.
Oh, I meant Cat Grant, but Lilith Hellfire. Oprah's time is done. It's the age of Hellfire.
Don't put that pressure on me.
We're all here. We're here for you. Lilith Hellfire and her manservants.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I knew you would. All right, everyone. Do we have an outro for this?
We tried it, but it's random. Come on.
Join us next week for the Capes.
And
the Lunatics. I don't know why it's plural though.
We all shift allegiances, but yes, join us again next week. We'll have something for you. I don't know. We haven't planned it, but we will be here. So thank you, and good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. Go have a drink.